So I'm just like, you're a grown ass man. You need to get a grip. Like, I'm gonna go. He didn't want me to leave. And then he was like, I don't know how I'm feeling. Like, I'm really just having a lot of emotions right now. And I'm like, I didn't come here to babysit. Like, what? So then I ask him, I'm like, then I have to play therapist because, I'm a nice person. Okay. So I ask him, I'm like, all right, what do you want to do? He was like, can we go get food? And I'm like, no. And I'm like, what happens after we get food? And he's like, I don't know. I think I'm just going to want to go to bed or something. And I'm like, I'm leaving. So I'm about to leave. He's asking me not to leave. I'm like, can I see your phone? And he's like, sure. So he gives me his phone and I take his phone and he's like, what are you doing? And I'm like, I am deleting my number from your phone so that you may never call me again. And he was like, really? You don't want me to ever talk to you again? I was like, not really. No. Like, you're kind of very annoying. And like, you just really don't think things through. I was like, you're a very nice boy and you're a great kisser. You made me feel wonderful for a couple of moments. But I just never want to see your name pop up on my phone again. Okay? And he was like, okay, that's fair. And I was like, all right, bye. So I'm walking out and he's like, can I at least walk you to your car? And I'm like, no. And he's like, but I'm going to feel like an asshole. And I'm like, then feel like an asshole. Like, okay, but also, like, I was so mean to him. And, like, I'm normally never that mean to men. So, like, it felt really nice. But yeah, so yeah, that happened and I was just like annoyed. And so I went back to my friend's crib and like I texted him. I was like, I'm on my way home. I was like, I'm on my way back. And he was like, girl, you already know. He's like, the door is open. He was like, I already knew. He was like, we know about that boy. So he was like, I could have told you, but sometimes you just have to see for yourself. And I was like, yeah, I appreciate that. And then I went to bed. So that's how my situation's going. Yeah. So that was the last time I made out with somebody. It's almost been a year since I had intercourse, and I want to die. Yeah. So that's not been my favorite moment, or moments. And so like I'm kind of like in the mood to just start hooking up with guys again. And like not really expecting anything of it. And like I actually think that would not be a lie this time. I think if I started hooking up again, I wouldn't be lying to myself and be like, yeah, I have no feelings for this boy that I don't even fucking know. That's like the thing that like I just don't understand, bro. It's like I'll hook up with somebody and literally fall in love with them. Why? Not anymore. But before, that was something that happened. And I didn't even know them. Like, as a person, I didn't know them as a person at all. And it's only like in retrospect that I'm looking back and I'm like, this shit made zero sense. And like, even like being in therapy for a long time, like I didn't put the two and two together. And like, it just made zero sense. And like, to me, like, it was just so dumb. And very recently, like, I have a friend who, he's around like a lot of straight men. He's gay himself. And he's around a lot of straight men. And then I have my cousin who's like one of my best friends and he's a straight man. And then I have like one of my best friends who's a straight man. And I see the way they treat women and I see the way that they treat me and the things that they do for me and like how if they care about a woman, like it shows. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like it's opening doors. It's fucking when you're walking down the stairs, the hand is out, like they have their hand out to help you down the stairs. Like it's a lot of things. Like it is so much chivalry and it's like so much kindness. It's thinking about you in advance. It's asking, do you want me to drive? Are you hungry? Like, are you okay? Like, how are you feeling? Like checking in on you. And like my gay friend does that. My straight friend does that. Like my cousin does that. And that's because like there are people that care about me. Like they actually care about my well-being. And a lot of these guys do not care about my well-being. And I'm looking at all of this and I'm thinking about like the partnership that I have like with these guys and like our bond and like our friendship and how I know so much about them and like how there is care there and genuine love there. And I'm like, this is how men should treat me. I see why a lot of fatherless girls suffer, or like girls with bad dads like suffer. And it's like in the dating game, like they just suffer. Like they think like they can change somebody to make them treat them well. And coming from the woman that literally 2 days ago was like, I can fix this guy, period. And it's like a lot of the things I do, like in retrospect, I'm looking at it and I'm like, girl, that is fatherless behavior. That is straight up fatherless behavior. What do you mean you can fix him? Fix what? Fix what? His deep-seated internal trauma? His weird hate of women that was purified through Reddit? Huh? You think you can fix that? Nah, girl, you can't fix it. You cannot fix it because that boy is still hung up on the girl that hurt his feelings in second grade. Unless you got a time machine, you cannot fix that. And if you had a time machine, you better not go back and fix that. And you better fix some personal shit that you did wrong. Like, period. Like, and it's like so many times, like, I really like, damn, like, I think like having a good dad really shows you an example of what you should expect from men. And like, and I really appreciate like when I see good fathers like doing, like they take their little daughters out and like they hold the door and like they do all of the chivalrous stuff. Like they really put their best foot forward so that when that little girl grows up, they're not going to accept the bare minimum. Oh my God, my whole dating life has just been accepting the bare fucking minimum. And it's like, this shit sucks. And feeling like the bare minimum is good enough and that a guy just be like looking for crumbs, like taking the crumbs and trying to make a cake pop. Like, girl, no, that man is a piece of shit. He's a piece of rat poop. Like, oh my God, like, and I think about that a lot. And like there's so many times like I get on TikTok and like this is a widespread thought like that girls have like our day and age, because the guys really are their bottom of the barrel, let's be honest, and the internet has only made it worse. Not to be that person, but it's true. A lot of the times I get on TikTok and they're like, if he asks how your day was, that means he likes you. No, girl, he don't. No, that literally doesn't mean that. It literally doesn't mean it. And I talked about this a while ago where I talked about comfort bombing. And this is not the definition of comfort bombing, but in that thread, in that conversation, there was a thread of discussion where I talked about, really nice guys who are chivalrous, who care. Excuse me, the way my gay friend, he literally will, the amount of times that I get out of the car and like he like fixes me. If I was a psychopath, I'd be like, he loves me. Yeah, girl, he do love you, but not in the way you're thinking. That's damn sure. Like, but if we're going off of that, like kind of behavior to see how a guy feels about you, I could have been down a spiral of just absolute insanity of just thinking like the smallest things meant that a man loved me. And it's like, no, it doesn't really mean that. It might just mean that maybe he had a mom that he cared about, or sisters that he cared about, or he grew up around women and he cared about them. And so there is an attitude of respect and care when they're around women. Okay? I don't think a man loves you until he says he loves you. So I don't think it's worth nitpicking, pulling apart, trying to see how guys feel about you. Because for me, every time I've wondered if a guy has liked me, the answer has always been no, he does not like me. He only wants to fuck me. I don't know where my phone is, but she's beeping. He's only wanted to fuck me. So I kind of take a lot of the things that men say with a grain of sand. And let me tell you something else. Y'all know that when I started this, I was not going out as much. Now that I'm going out more, these men are liars. They are liars, girl. They are liars. When I tell you, y'all, I go to the same not the same club every week, but I frequent a club. I run into this one man every time. He has asked me my name each and every time he has seen me. He has seen me. And then he be like this last time he was like, am I going to see you tomorrow? Cause he was doing something like an event or something. He was like, am I going to see you tomorrow? And I said, no. And he was like, am I going to see you on Sunday? And I said, why the fuck would you see me on Sunday? I said, no. And then he goes, am I going to see you Monday? No. Tuesday? No. Wednesday? No. He went through all the days of the week until we got back to Saturday. And I was like, yeah, because I'm going to be here. Girl, why I turn my head 2 seconds later, he over like at some other girl. Like, these guys are just flirting to flirt. Like, and it's just like, it can be, I think learning that and seeing it in person, like, oh, it's like shocking. It's a little devastating because, I am a very genuine person and I'm not going to flirt with you unless I give a shit, unless there is a shit to be given. But a lot of people would just flirt to flirt and kind of practice their flirting. So I feel like you can't really go off of that thinking that a guy likes you just because he's flirting with you. I think a guy likes you when he tells you he likes you or he asks you out on a date. And it's not worth filling your head with all of these thoughts and maybes and what does this mean? And let me look up the actual definition of this word because that's a word he used. So I think maybe that's a loaded moment. Where the hell is my phone? Like, hold on. It's bothering me. So you're over here dissecting everything he's saying, trying to see if there's a hidden meaning anywhere in there. There's not. These guys, especially our generation, girl, they're not smart enough to be using syntax or double speak like that. They're not. It's not. It's not. You read the love novels. He didn't. Live your life. Live your best life. Focus on yourself. And do more things and go to more places and just experience life as much as you can. Wear the dress, be the whore, ride the dragon. Okay? Like, just have your fun and like, don't think about what it could mean. Don't think about the long run, because like, if there's anything that has ever brought me disappointment, it is thinking about what things mean and what implications lie far in the future about the things that I'm doing now, when in reality so little of it matters. Okay? I'm not telling you to just like make bad decisions that are bad decisions in the meantime. I'm not telling you to do that. But I'm saying don't let so many small things be wrapped up in anxiety. If you want to kiss the boy, kiss the boy. Shalala. Okay. If you want to kiss the boy, kiss the boy. If you want to wear the thoughty dress, wear the thoughty dress. Like, don't think so much about things and just kind of accept that life can decide to go really good or really bad, and it has nothing to do with you. It has nothing to do with you. There are like 1,010 factors working on every single decision, and like there's 1,000,000 outcomes to every single decision that we make. Am I supposed to live my life nitpicking what I could have done different about a past situation to not get to this very point? No, because I'm not going to know what it looks like anyways. So who's to say if I had made a different choice, less worse choice, than whatever choice I made, that the outcome wouldn't have been worse than whatever is happening now. Like, honestly, like I'm really realizing that like there's so little in life that can be ruined. Like, there are some people who make bad decisions, but I'm also talking about this from the perspective of a relatively good person who doesn't like hurt people or like kill people or like doesn't steal, doesn't commit crimes. I am but a girl, okay, with, like minor anxieties and issues. So I'm very much speaking from that point of view. But if you're somebody if you're living life on the edge, if you're in a mob or in a gang or something, then, your reality might be slightly different from mine. But for now, I'm going to leave you with the quote that I said earlier because it was a good ass quote. And I think it should be remembered. It should be written in the sands of time. Thank you. So we're going to do a little meditation today. We're going to start with a deep breath in. I let my breath out, sorry. And a deep breath out. Wow, I cannot lead meditation to save my fucking life. Hold on. Can you hear my one nostril that works? I only have one working nostril. I have a deviated septum. So, cute girl things. But anyways, I just want to remind you that there really is nothing you can do today that will ruin your future. Everything that happens, there are 1,000,000 paths from it, and so many of them are good. You just have to trust and believe that the decisions you are making today will benefit you tomorrow. And if they don't, You have a new tomorrow to work with. Okay? You are a good person. You are a kind person. You deserve love. You deserve success. You deserve joy. And you deserve happiness. You deserve a guilt-free conscience. So if there is something on you, forgive yourself and move on. Okay. Alrighty. I'm going to start speaking in my normal tone now. So step out of it. Okay. So, just going to do my little outro. If you're listening on Apple Podcasts, leave a rating, leave a review. You can leave another one. There's no rule against it. And I'm very excited to tell you that in the upcoming weeks, I will be having a giveaway. So get your shit together, ladies, okay? If you need to download YouTube app, download it. If you need to download Apple Podcasts, download it, okay? So there's going to be a lot of ways to enter this competition, and I'm super excited. I'm not announcing it yet because I got to lay everything out because gross. I'm just very excited about where we're going with this again. So, if you're listening on Apple Podcasts, leave a rating and a review. And if you're listening on YouTube, hit that notification bell, hit the subscribe button, and leave me a like, okay? If you're listening on Spotify, go ahead and leave a rating. That's what they do. And follow me on Instagram at VinePhilo, VinePhilo. VinePhilo, VinePhilo, and that is also my Twitter handle, VinePhilo, VinePhilo, and my TikTok is defile. Ew, that doesn't sound great, does it? My TikTok is defile. Wow. DPHILE. Defile. Wow. I don't think I thought about that when I made my TikTok handle. I think it's time to change my TikTok handle. So if it doesn't show up as defile by the time you hear this, it is definitely at VinePhilo also. Anyways, have a wonderful night. I hope you sleep well. I love you very much, darlings. And I hope to see you next week. Okay? Goodbye, my love. Goodbye. Have a blessed day. I love you so much. Mwah, mwah, mwah. While you're here, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and hit that notification bell so you can be the first to know when I post. Hit that notification bell. Hit it right now. Hit it. Don't be shy. Hit the subscribe button. You know you want to subscribe to me, girl. So go ahead and do that, okay? I love you. Bye. Unless you didn't hit the notification bell or the subscribe button, in which case, I still love you. Bye.